Just waiting to see if we get more than one person in. We are in another area. I happened just be driving by when I saw the crane up in the air. Possible they did have a... Whoa! Hold on, wait a minute. One minute, I dropped my other phone. There it is. All right, this is OC Street Live in the city of Fountain Valley, where we were on a scene of a water rescue. We were at the Talbot Bridge of the Santa Ana River Trail. We didn't see nothing. There was 2 fire engines on scene, but I happened to just be driving back to where I was going. Then I saw the fire truck have its ladder up. There's a few paramedic trucks here, a couple fire engines, battalion chief up on the hill. They did have the basket. Unknown if anybody was in the basket, and unknown if it's the recovery process or they're just using the basket as part of looking in this particular area. I couldn't tell you if anybody was in the basket. I do have short little clips of that. If the local news wants it, just contact me at ocstreetlive@yahoo.com. But yeah, we did have the line up in the air with the basket. I couldn't tell you if anybody was in it or not. I don't know if they were just putting it in the water or yeah, so I don't have any details. But originally this started off at Harbor and Warner area, and now we're in another area now. They do not have the basket. I don't think they have the basket on it. And they did have. I was able to confirm that they had a basket on it with someone pulling out of the parking lot. But yeah, if you can catch it or not, you can see something on the line there. But I thought it was bigger before, so I'm not sure what that is right there. Before, it clearly looked like a basket. Now I'm not sure what that is. I cannot get any closer as in front of me is private property. And I don't know if I can climb up. It looks like a fence. I would have to jump a fence to get up on the Santa Ana River Trail. I don't want to do that. I'll hurt myself. No helicopters circling. I don't see any helicopters. I just went back live to update. I was literally just driving by, going back to do some DoorDash deliveries when I came across seeing yeah, they're lowering the ladder now, so I don't know if this was a recovery process or not. I'm going to be quiet for a few minutes. Again, I don't know if this is a recovery or not. As I said, there was a basket. They pulled the crane ladder down, and before it was clearly a basket on it. It was verified by someone pulling out of the parking lot here. I haven't really got a good look at the ambulance, if someone was being put in the back of the ambulance, or I haven't seen any of that. I couldn't even tell where the basket went. Again, this is OC Street Live, where we were on a water rescue. We happened to be at another bridge watching from over there. Didn't see anything. I happened just to be driving back to Huntington Beach when I came across seeing the fire department in this area. They did have the basket was dangling around. I couldn't tell you if anybody was in it or not, but they have pulled the ladder down. So I don't know if this is a recovery process or if that was just part of searching this area or not. They started off Warner Harbor. Now we ended up in a different area. Originally, it took like 15-second clips of the basket being in the air. So I didn't know if local news networks want it. So there's not I saw the other news networks at the other scene, and they took pictures. So I don't know if they wanted any picture. I just took a couple of the basket being in the air. So I don't know again if this is a recovery process or not. One ambulance is leaving. I believe one is up on the hill. I might be wrong, but one ambulance is leaving here. I'll be quiet for a minute. So the ambulance was occupied by 2 paramedics at least in the front. Originally, when we were on the other scene, 2 police vehicles got on the bike trail, so maybe they drove all the way down here. They already knew there was an end to, quite possibly, maybe there was something down here. Again, I don't know if one fire engine's leaving now. So the fire engine that just went by me was from Orange. I believe it was the same fire engine that was over off at Talbert. We still have at least a ladder truck over there. I don't know if there's any other fire engines there. I'm just trying to be quiet in case the local news networks wants to use my feed because they were out on other scenes. I don't see them here. This is private property in front of me, but they could be up on the hill. There's vehicles moving backwards. I don't know if we could catch it. Looks like a battalion chief, police car, they're all backing up. Again, it's just speculation at this point. There's still an ambulance up on the hill. One ambulance did leave. As I said in the beginning of the video, they did have the basket hooked up to the ladder truck. So no idea if this was a... I'm not familiar with this area, so we're right by the water district. Maybe they have their equipment in the water where if there was a body traveling down, this is where it would end. I don't know. I'm not familiar. Even though I rode, been down, it's been a long time since I rode my bike down the river trail here. So I don't know if there's maybe it was an area where they have equipment where a body could stop, so they were just searching. Just speculation. Thank you, Stanley. Appreciate your support as always. They all had their window, or the window was closed on a paramedic. I was going to go, was it a recovery? They probably wouldn't tell me anyways. I make food deliveries here, usually the person walks out, this little runabout, the guy walks out to me and I give him the food. Or to the right they have security, so you can leave it at the security building. They don't let you pass the security door. Actually, you can, and if you come off ward, you can get in, go to certain buildings and deliver food. But this particular side, they don't let me through. This is where we're at. Let me back off a little bit. So we're at Ellis and Euclid. Ellis goes into Euclid and the 405 south and by the 405 northbound freeway lanes, getting off and on at the OC sanitation plant here. not really I don't think there's any updates on Pulse Point that they were here or not. I'm not seeing it. Yeah, sorry if I don't see your comments. I have to go back to the other phone. We're at 10844 Ellis Avenue. A battalion truck just showed up. Battalion 3, I believe. Yeah, I believe it's Fountain Valley. So we were on a water rescue earlier off at Talbert in the Santa Ana riverbed where I filmed from over there. And I was just they weren't seeing nothing there, so I just was driving back to Huntington Beach when I came across seeing the fire truck having its ladder truck, and then it had a basket on it. I couldn't tell you if there was someone in the basket or not, but do still have a paramedic up on the hill, fire engine left, one other paramedic left. So I don't know if this was a rescue operation down here or not. I don't think I'm going to find out. Most likely the news channels will have that. We were in another area. There was a few other news networks out there. I'm not sure what news networks they were. Yeah, I took like 15-second clips in case the news network wants it, of the basket being in the air. Yeah, I don't know if that's a paramedic up on the hill or some other type of vehicle. That might be like a rescue. I didn't notice if there was a basket on top. See the guy on the roof? I don't know if you can see. It might not even be a paramedic truck. It might be some type of water rescue group. So quite possibly the basket was put on top, and maybe they put it on, or they just put it. I didn't notice them up there. I just happened to look over. I didn't see him climb up there. I can't tell if that's a basket they have with them up there. Sorry, I don't have any updates. As I'm in front of private property, I don't know if this was a recovery process or just they're using the basket to search for someone in the water. We're at the Orange County Sanitation District, plant number 1, off of Ellis Avenue. Address is 10844 Ellis Avenue. As I said, I was driving by and they had a ladder truck up from the fire department, and I don't know what we call it. I'll just say they have a rope hanging from it, and then eventually I saw the basket, and they had a basket up in the air. I couldn't tell you if anybody was in the basket or not, or if it was just part of the search for a possible missing person in the Santa Ana riverbed. I'm just sticking it out. Maybe I could get an update if someone drives through, if they're willing to give it to me or not. Yeah, thanks for the update. I didn't see the update at the bottom. You said Channel 7 had breaking news. How you doing? Casey, live stream on YouTube. OC Street Live. They had the crane up. Well, OC Street Live. I'm a different person.
I'm OC Unleashed on Citizen.
Oh, okay. All right. They had the ladder truck up with the basket, but I couldn't tell if anybody was in the basket or not.
Yeah, I think it was a female, dude. I was on the opposite side.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I caught a little bit of that.
I happened to just be driving back this way, and then I saw the crane up in the air.
Yeah, dude. I'm trying to see if I can get a word with the PIO. Has he left yet? Did you see him leave?
I didn't see. The only thing, yeah, some were on the hill and they went that way. I didn't see anybody coming this way.
Look.
Were you originally down there too? Yeah, I was at Talbot.
I was on Warner. Remember, I was on my way to HB to a multi-vehicle collision.
Oh, really?
I seen all the activity, so I pulled over and I started just walking through the riverbed, and I seen all sorts of stuff happening.
You know,
I just followed the trail all the way up to here.
Yeah.
You know who else was here? Leo.
I saw him. He drove by me. He went like this, and I turned around and I go, "Where did he go?" I don't know if he was telling me it's over, or I don't know what he was telling me.
I'm not sure, but him and I were walking around trying to figure it out.
Yeah. He was driving. He went like that, so I thought he was going to pull in the parking lot, but he didn't.
I think he went to another street. He was trying to get to the opposite side of the riverbed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ended up coming towards this direction and found Valley, and I found it.
Yeah, when I was Richie coming here.
It's like an entrance of some sort, and I got access to it.
Yeah. You gonna turn the video in?
I already did.
You did.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. So I'm doing a high-ris version.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to get at least some additional information with the PIO.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think all the times I come out, I think I've only talked within Santa Ana where someone killed their kid over at the Hotel Circle.
I know exactly
That's when
what you're talking about.
that lady went and talked to everyone.
The PIO?
Yeah, she was nice.
Yeah, she's great.
But usually I don't stick around long enough.
Really?
Yeah.
For sure. How long you been rolling footage already?
I've been here for over 30 minutes, I know.
Damn, dude.
When I got here, I don't think I even saw the basket. I just saw the ladder up. And the next thing I saw, there was a basket.
Yeah. So the last recorded incident of this was 24 minutes and 100 seconds. Before that, so I did 6 videos in total.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. Another one was 3 minutes and 47 seconds because for some odd reason network errors were happening. Another one was 4 minutes and 30 33 seconds. And the initial one was approximately 11 minutes and 7 seconds.
Yeah, originally I just took like 15-second clips because I'm not going to turn this in. I don't turn this in, but when I do 15-second clips, I just turn it into, who do I turn it into? Stringers or something? Yeah. No, I'm not going to turn it in. They won't take this video. They don't want a YouTube editorial. So do you know, is that like a recovery vehicle up there or something? Like a rescue water crew?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man. Nice meeting you.
Yeah, likewise.
So unfortunately we do have, they recovered a body with a female. There's a photographer here. He was able to get photos of the scene. He was on the other side, and he's just finishing up this side of his news that he can turn into the local news networks. But unfortunately, a female has lost her life. I don't know if the female's still up there. Maybe they'll probably wait for coroners to recover the body. He already turned this stuff into the local news. You got to be fast with that stuff. Yeah, you got to kind of have two cameras going. But yeah, unfortunately, this is a recovery process. I've heard about him before. My friend Leo, he goes to all the different scenes, always tells me about this photographer. Yeah, you don't realize how the water might not look dangerous, but there's the current underneath. I watched certain scenes, especially in Bakersfield. I go, man, how did someone drown? The water's totally calm. It's the current underneath the water. You just don't see it. And the water was a little rough here, but maybe the person thought they could walk across the water, and then unfortunately the water swept the person all the way down here to Ellis, and yeah, that vehicle's leaving. It looks like they have a trailer on the back of it, maybe a boat. I don't know if the body's up on the hill or if the body left in the ambulance. I have no idea. We'll try to get a picture of the truck going by. The photographer behind me, he's been following it since the beginning. He already turned his stuff into we'll see if we can get a picture of what type of vehicle that is. They're letting people going up and down. I can see bicycles still riding on the trail. Yeah, there's a boat. It's some type of like rescue crew. Yeah. We'll see if we get a picture of it. There we go. So I believe the basket was on top of the truck, then it was a boat in the back. All right, thank you for tuning in to OC Street Live, where we've had a river rescue attempt going on the last few hours in Santa Ana. It looks like ultimately Santa Ana, Fountain Valley, ended here in Fountain Valley with a recovery of a female. Quite possibly 2 fire engines still on scene in a battalion, so maybe the body's still up on the hill waiting for coroner to show up. Not sure how it works, if they leave the body here or if the ambulance just takes it to to a hospital. I don't know if they just wait for a coroner or not. Not the outcome. I was kind of hoping it was just a false call, but with the number of units that were on the original scene, it kind of leaned towards they had credible evidence that someone was in the water, because I've been to other ones where they end up finding nothing. So this one started in the Warner Harbor area, Harbor Boulevard and Warner Avenue. Then ultimately ended here off of Ellis Avenue, 10844 Ellis Avenue in the city of Fountain Valley. According to the photographer that's finishing up his news, they recovered a female. Appreciate him passing that information. All right, this time I'm going to go back and do my DoorDash deliveries. I appreciate y'all watching for OC Street Live. I'm just an amateur photographer on my cell phone, filming local police activities, first responder calls, Huntington Beach and surrounding cities. We hit Huntington Beach real hard, Fountain Valley. We'll try we've hit Los Alamitos, Long Beach, Westminster, Garden Grove, Newport, Irvine, but bulk of it, I would say, is in Huntington Beach and Fountain Valley. This is our third scene of the day, as we did have a car accident earlier, and then we had an end of a police chase. We just got a picture of the car that was involved in the police chase that ended on PCH Newland like 5:30 this morning. You might want watch a couple seconds of those videos and check them out. Appreciate y'all taking your time to watch this. And not the outcome I wanted to hear. This is OC Street Live in the city of Huntington Beach. Thank you for watching.